Welcome to the Explainer. Much like a climate scientist reading the early warning signs of an impending storm, achieving top marks in your computer science exams is all about reading the warning signs in the question and avoiding the common pitfalls that completely sink grades. If you're studying across the Cambridge technology spectrum, and I'm talking about subject codes 0417, 0478, 2210, 9618, and especially the rigorous 9626 syllabus, you already know the truth. Knowing the raw facts, that is literally only half the battle. Today, we're focusing on the true differentiator, those dreaded 7.1 scenarios. We're talking about complex mineral prospecting, intricate investment analysis, detailed financial planning, and robust insurance planning. These are the heavy hitters of the exam paper. These are multi-stage problems that demand so much more than just rote memorization. They require a strategic, surgical approach. My goal today is to hand you the ultimate computer science success blueprint. We're going to decode the exact strategies needed to elevate your responses from a frustrating B to a definitive A star. So grab a pen and get your notebooks ready because we are about to completely transform your exam strategy. Okay, let's dive right into the ultimate challenge. What actually separates a B grade from an A star? Why do so many incredibly smart students struggle with multi-stage analysis and those crucial method marks? To understand this, I want you to picture a dynamic split screen in your mind right now. There's a ticking timer at the top, building that intense exam hall tension. On the left side of our screen, we have a student named Alex. Now, Alex has spent months memorizing every single definition in the textbook. When faced with a past paper question, let's say a classic 0417 question on mineral prospecting, Alex panics and just overloads the page with raw computer science facts. It's a massive wall of text about sensors and geographic information systems, but there is absolutely zero analysis of the specific scenario. It's just a data dump. Now look at the right side of the screen. Here we have Sam. Sam is racing against the clock, rushing into a complex investment analysis question. In the rush, Sam completely misses the crucial command word evaluate and simply describes the data instead. The result? As time runs out, we see red pen marks bleeding all over both of their papers. The B-grade candidate writes whatever they know. The A-star candidate writes exactly what the examiner is asking for. They decode the command words. Today, we are opening up the Principal Examiner Reports to give you a step-by-step masterclass on conquering these crucial exams. We're going to cover the A-star difference, the core principles, the procedural framework, those top examiner warnings, mastering critical analysis, and finally, the method mark strategy. Let's get moving.
Starting with Section 1, the A-star difference, which really boils down to having a deep, flexible, conceptual understanding. Now, take a really good look at this table. What's absolutely fascinating here is how all four of these distinct 7.1 scenarios actually require the exact same foundational analytical skills. Mineral prospecting demands multi-stage analysis. Investment analysis needs systematic processing. But here's the major strategy reveal. Top students approach all of these using the exact same structure. They use the PEEL framework. That stands for point, evidence, explanation, and link. If you're evaluating financial planning alternatives, your point is stating the chosen alternative. Your evidence is the projected return extracted directly from the data table. Your explanation is your custom risk assessment based on computer science principles, and your link ties it all the way back to the client's original goals in the prompt. By applying the PEEL framework, you automatically hit the key assessment targets the examiners are grading you on. Before we continue on to how you connect these concepts, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ace the Exams, at acetheexams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. Click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon right now.
All right, moving right along, the syllabus specifically highlights that the highest marks go to students who demonstrate connected understanding. But what does that actually look like in the exam hall? It means the ability to transfer conceptual knowledge to completely unfamiliar contexts. When you get a curveball question on insurance planning, you aren't just thinking about the basic formulas. You're actively pulling in knowledge from other modules like data security protocols, relational database structures, or cloud network infrastructure to explain how that specific insurance data is stored and transmitted safely. The examiners are hunting for this. They want to see that you view the 9626 or 9618 course not as isolated chapters, but as a fully interconnected web of technological principles. If you can confidently link a financial planning scenario to the specific hardware requirements needed to process high-frequency trading algorithms, you are showing that elite A-star level of connected understanding. Let's transition into Section 2. We need to look at the theoretical architecture that these scenarios actually rest upon.
The cognitive domains being targeted in these specific computer science assessment objectives are knowledge, application, and analysis. And they rely heavily on these four pillars: systematic analysis, evidence-based reasoning, precise definitions, and mapping causal relationships. Systematic analysis means you approach the problem logically, step by step, no jumping to conclusions. Evidence-based reasoning means every single claim you make is backed up by the data provided. Precise definitions are non-negotiable. You have to use the exact professional terminology from the Cambridge syllabus. Don't use vague terms. And finally, mapping causal relationships. You have to clearly show why X causes Y. If an investment analysis scenario shows a massive network latency spike, what are the cascading effects on the overall trading portfolio? You have to map that out. So, how do we put that into practice? Let's move to Section 3, the procedural framework. This is your step-by-step execution plan. This sequence right here is the core of our computer science success blueprint. This is where we see the ultimate transformation. Let's go back to our students, Alex and Sam. Once they apply this exact 5-step standardized sequence, everything changes. Step 1, deconstruct the question to extract relevant data. Step 2, select the framework, like our Peel method. Step 3, execute with clear notation. Step 4, verify results. Step 5, present using correct format. When we put Alex and Sam through a 60-second visual timer to rewrite their answers using this blueprint, the transformation is incredible. Alex stops dumping raw facts and starts selecting the exact analytical framework needed. Sam slows down, decodes the command word, and verifies the results. Suddenly, all those harsh red pen marks start transforming into bright green check marks. Applying this 5-step sequence is a complete paradigm shift. It takes the guesswork out of the exam entirely. Now for Section 4, and you really need to pay attention here. These are the top 3 examiner warnings directly from past papers. We have to confront the tension. Where exactly are past students throwing away the easiest marks? Directly from the principal examiner reports, these 3 critical errors are the biggest pitfalls. Mistake number 1, forgetting the proper format. If the scenario asks for a formal IT strategy report to a board of directors and you write a casual bulleted list, you immediately lose marks. Mistake number 2, ignoring presentation conventions. Examiners want clear headings, logical spacing, and crisp annotations. And mistake number 3, this is the fatal one, providing answers that are not specific to the given context. If the scenario is about mineral prospecting in a harsh desert environment, your hardware recommendations must specifically reference dust resistance and extreme temperature tolerance. If you just give a generic answer about standard office PCs, you get absolutely 0 application marks. Stop scrolling. Subscribe to our YouTube channel Ace the Exams at acetheexams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. We've helped thousands of students improve by 2-3 grade boundaries. Join them right now by subscribing to @acetheexams_IGCSE and turn on all notifications so you never miss our weekly exam strategy sessions. Okay, let's put this into practice with an interactive workshop right now. To prevent those fatal context errors, experts use a visual story method. Challenge 1, the data scan. Imagine a complex computer science data table popping up on your screen with a 60-second timer. Don't just stare at the numbers, look for the core trend. What's the story? Is the server load increasing while the operational cost is inexplicably dropping? Visualizing the story stops you from getting lost in the weeds. Now, challenge 2. Find the flaw. I want you to imagine a flawed paragraph where a student says the database is slow, so they should buy more RAM. Did you catch the flaw? It's too generic. The examiner commentary would tear that apart for lacking specific syllabus terminology and failing to map the causal relationship of why the RAM is the bottleneck in this specific relational database scenario. Finding these flaws in practice is how you avoid them on exam day. Let's push into Section 5, Mastering Critical Analysis. This is where we secure those top-tier marks. This slide brilliantly illustrates the leap you absolutely must make. You have to move from the left side, the descriptive level, to the right side, the evaluative level. Let's do challenge 3 of our workshop, speed writing. You have 30 seconds to write a perfect Peel paragraph. A descriptive B-grade student writes, Network A has 50 megabits per second, Network B has 100, so Network B is faster. That gets you minimal marks. You must leap to evaluating. An A-star evaluative paragraph says, Network B offers a 100 megabits per second throughput, which, while more expensive, is absolutely critical for the high-frequency trading data required in this scenario, effectively minimizing latency risks that could cost the firm millions. Do you see the difference? You're justifying the recommendation based on the assumptions in the text. You're bringing in context. And when you're making those justifications, this comparative analysis formula is your best friend.
If you are asked to compare two IT approaches, you must highlight both similarities and differences. Use comparative connectives, words like whereas, conversely, or on the other hand. These literally act as signposts to the examiner that you are actively analyzing. Support every single comparison with evidence from the prompt. And then the absolute most important step, draw a conclusion about relative importance. Which difference actually matters more to the client in this specific 7.1 scenario? Making that final evaluative judgment is exactly how you prove you've mastered the material. Finally, we arrive at Section 6. This is the ultimate exam safety net, the method mark strategy. This is the biggest secret playbook takeaway we have. Read this quote from an explicit examiner alert. Examiners actively want to award you marks for your process, even if your final calculation or conclusion is slightly off. Think back to Sam rushing the exam. If Sam does complex hexadecimal conversions or bandwidth calculations in their head, writes down the final wrong answer, they get a 0. But if you write out the formula, substitute the variables clearly, and show the intermediate calculation, you are building a safety net. Even if you make a final typo under the pressure of the clock, the examiner looks at your clear trail of logic and awards you 4 out of the 5 possible marks. Those are method marks, and they are the difference between a B and an A star. It's all part of our final system, which includes a time management matrix, allocating specific minutes, just showing you're working so you never leave these easy points on the table.
So, how do we lock this complete computer science answering system in? 3 rules that guarantee top marks. 1. Command word decoding. Always start by identifying exactly what the prompt wants. 2. Peel framework application. Structure every long answer with point, evidence, explanation, and link. And 3. The time management matrix. Give yourself the time to secure your method marks by always showing clear step-by-step working. Do not skip steps assuming the examiner knows what you mean. Apply the correct professional formats. Use highly specific, Cambridge-approved syllabus terminology. Don't say the computer crashed, say there was a critical hardware failure resulting in catastrophic data loss. And finally, explicitly evaluate performance at the end. By adhering to this visual cheat sheet, you push your mark potential from a struggling 50% right up to 100%. Acing the Cambridge IT and computer science exams is entirely about showing your structured thinking. You now possess the exact playbook used by the top percentile of students. The choice is yours on exam day. Will you panic like Alex and Sam did at the start, or will you systematically deconstruct the scenario and claim every single mark you deserve? Students who implement these computer science strategies see an average improvement of 2 grade boundaries, but only if they practice consistently with our weekly videos. So here's your final reminder. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ace the Exams, at acetheexams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. Subscribe right now to @acetheexams_IGCSE and click that bell. Don't let another exam pass you by. Also, drop a comment below with your target grade for computer science and the biggest challenge you're facing right now. Our team responds to every single comment. Make sure to like and share this video with a study partner who needs it. Ace the Exams. Your Cambridge success starts here. See you next time.